Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So it looks like, based on comments that he made just yesterday, that Biden wants to bring back the 1994 Clinton assault weapons ban, otherwise known as the 1994 crime bill.
We've done it before. I did it when we passed the crime bill last time.
Well, if you guys don't remember what that was, or maybe you just forgot, let's go ahead and talk about it and exactly what it did and what it could do if it was reintroduced. This channel is proud to be supported and sponsored by the USCCA. Absolutely the most important membership you could ever have in your wallet. I mean, you get the magazine, you get the reciprocity maps, online training and everything, but with the self-defense liability insurance, if you find the need to defend yourself, you call the number on the back of the card or you have somebody else do it for you, and they'll get a lawyer out there as fast as possible who specializes in stuff like this so that they can speak for you and you don't dig yourself a bigger hole and basically take care of the entire process. So I'm telling you right now, it is 100% worth it. Check it out down below. So I'm going to play a little clip for you guys. This is actually Bill Clinton talking about this specific bill just days before Congress was set to vote on it. And it gives you some good insight as to what they think we're allowed to have, what it's supposed to be used for, and really their overall view of our constitutional right. So let's go ahead and roll it.
How can we walk away from this? Especially when this bill protects over 650 specific hunting weapons. I mean, I don't understand why the organizations aren't saying, well, hallelujah, this is the first federal explicit protection we ever had for the means of hunting. And I was proud of what Mr. McGaugh said, talking about the only color, I mean, I have heard people with a straight face saying, well, there are some adults that like to go target practice with these things. Well, they need to read a good book. Or take up bowling, or just follow.
So as you saw from the video clip right there, it's all about hunting. They believe that the Second Amendment protects hunting, and that was it. If it wasn't intended to be used for hunting, then you shouldn't be allowed to have it. As a matter of fact, towards the end of that, they actually mocked people who enjoyed target practice, simple range target practice. They said that maybe you should get a new hobby. And so that was the frame of mind back then. And even after the Heller decision, where Justice Scalia wrote in his opinion that anything that is kept in common use for lawful purposes is protected by the Second Amendment. Even after that, that's still what people believe to this day, is that it is there to protect hunting. So with that frame of mind still prevalent today, this is what Joe Biden said at his speech.
There are certain things we can do. We can keep assault weapons off our streets. We've done it before. I did it when we passed the crime bill last time.
So let's talk about what the 94 ban would look like 28 years later. Well, if you take a look at the original ban, the 94 ban that they like to talk about so much, it really went after specific names. So it banned things by name. It banned them by make and by model. So it went after specific companies, specific models, specific types. And there was an entire huge list of things that were now officially banned. So again, it specified what was banned. That's not really the way that they approach it nowadays. Nowadays, they approach it by feature. So instead of seeing a ban very similar to 94, you're going to see bans that they're going to try and push through that are going to be based on features. Now, back in the 94 ban, they had the same type of magazine capacity limitation. So they wanted to limit everybody to 10 rounds, and that's what they did from 94 to 2004. Anything that was in between those two dates right there was limited in capacity to 10 rounds. Well, now they want to kind of keep at that same thing. So you're going to see the same thing be pushed, the 10-round magazine capacity limitations, but instead of make and model and, stuff like that, they're just going to go after everything that has the features that they don't like, and they're not even going to think about, the specific model or make or anything like that. And we know this because of the bans that have been introduced into Congress since then. There's been a lot that have tried to go through. They usually get introduced and then they don't go anywhere, or maybe they get voted on in one chamber. They don't make it really to the other chamber and so forth. But that's kind of what we have as a roadmap to take a look at what they would do if they tried to reinstitute the 94 ban in 2022. Now, the Constitution was written to help protect our rights because they knew one day in the future somebody might try and take those away from us. So we're going to put it on paper. That way you can go back and just simply refer to the first 10 amendments in our Bill of Rights and kind of get guidance on exactly what to do. Well, that didn't really work out so well because people just kind of misinterpret things, read things in different ways, or look back 300-400 years to see how the mindset was when, people first moved here and so forth. It gets really muddied in some cases, and that's why the Supreme Court has had to rule on these things in the past, because the government overstepped their boundaries. But if you look, again, at what Scalia wrote in his opinion, it's very clear that if they tried to do it again, it's already been deemed to be unconstitutional. You can't have bans like that. You can't have it on a state level, you can't have it on a federal level, and that's why there's currently cases that are going through the court system right now that are just about to hit the Supreme Court as we speak. And that's because the challenges are making it all the way up to the Supreme Court. And a federal rule or a new federal law like this would be challenged instantly, and I can almost guarantee you would at least be halted by a federal judge somewhere. I can almost guarantee it. I mean, there's a federal judge in Southern California that we all know pretty well that would probably stop it instantly as well, and then it would have to go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court would have to look at it, in which case, if the Supreme Court ruled on the federal government's new 2022 ban, well, that could ruin them for the future completely, because now you'd have something more specific to a federal ban on something specific. Again, so I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but I think that it would end up backfiring on them. But we know what happened, we know what they're asking for, we know what they're looking to get. And in the end, I think that the Constitution would prevail, but guaranteed, it's coming. It's coming. They're going to put one down the pipeline because he's asking for it, and there's a lot of people that want to give it to him. So we'll see what happens. But it is very surprising that even 28 years later, they're still touting and pushing the same bill. 1994, Clinton. Anyway, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. You guys have a great day.